Okay, so I'm going to show you how I made the bunting or the pennant bunting, whatever you want to call it, happy birthday banner for the circus's 5th birthday party. We kind of did it in the superhero style because she had a Wonder Woman themed birthday party. So what you're going to want to do first is just go to PicMonkey.com, go to design, you want to do the blank canvas. And then you're going to select the 10 by 8 one down here. This is going to pop up to ask you if you want to change your canvas color. You don't need to worry about that. You're going to leave it white, so just hit apply. Then you're going to go to rotate, and you want to make it so that it's vertical, and then hit apply. So the next thing that you want to do is you're going to create your shape of your bunting here that's going to, you're going to have one of those for each of your letters of the alphabet. So to do that, I clicked on the butterfly and I went to PicMonkey's overlays here. And I selected first the hexagon here. And this is actually just going to make up the bottom part of my bunting for the birthday banner. You could also just do a banner with one of these other shapes and, string them together, but I wanted that bunting look for this one. So just kind of, make that one a little bit bigger, however big you want to go. I kind of almost filled up the whole sheet of paper, but you don't have to go that big if you don't want to. So leave that like that for a minute. Then you're going to come back over here and you're going to select a rectangle. And you're just going to drag that out roughly to the sides to where it's even down here. We're going to play with the shapes a little bit to make them the right size. Make it a little bit thinner. And then a little trick that I do to just to get the same width on these rectangles is I do a control right click or control click on a Mac and duplicate the overlay. And then I'm going to use this little circle right here to turn it vertically. And I'm going to put it right here on this side. And it's going to meet up down here. We'll make that bigger here in just a second. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Duplicate the overlay. All right. So this one is almost meeting up right here together. So we're just going to drag this rectangle here a little bit lower. And over here, they're not meeting up just yet. So we're going to make that just a tad bit bigger. Okay. And I'm going to bring that on down just a little bit more. I think I want that down a little bit more. So that means I'm going to need to lengthen these a little bit. And we'll lengthen this one. Okay. So don't worry too much about these little bitty gaps that you've got right here. You're really not going to be able to see that. You can make it bigger if you want to, if it makes you feel better about it. Whatever works. Don't worry that there's a little bit more hanging right here. And don't worry that this is black either, okay? You're going to be cutting that out whenever you print these, okay? So after you've got your basic shape here, you can choose what color you want all of this to be. We went with red, and so the red color that we went with was D4000. Okay? And then I'm just going to copy this color right here. And I'm going to make that the color of all these other ones as well, just so that they're all red. And same here. All right, so all that's going to be red. Okay. So after that, I added the stars up at the top here. So I'm going to go to overlays and add your own. Now I just went online and I found a star type background, or I guess clip art or whatever you want to call it, to use on this. And you can do that too. You're using it for personal use, so you know it should be okay. But I just put that right up here at the top. Wind it out a little bit. Kind of evened it up with the red, and then you're going to just do another right click, send it to the back. Okay, now you're going to, it looks like it's going to cover up the whole thing, but it's not going to cover up the whole thing. Okay, so right now just leave it that. Once more, don't worry that there's a little bit over here because you can cut off all that excess trim. Okay, so now for mine, I had the top with the stars. I think I had these stars up a little bit maybe, and then I came in with the gold bar under the stars. So to do that, I'm going to do another rectangle right here. Once more, I'm just going to go across the red, and then I'm going to change the color, and the gold that we used was EECA 3B. You can choose any color that you want to use, though. You know, you can just pick any of these and decide what you want. The gold was just that the color that we used was more of the Wonder Woman gold, so, or the Wonder Woman yellow, whichever one you want to call it. All right. Okay. And then you're going to send this to the back. Oh, I lied. You don't send it all the way to the back. Undo that. You send it backward because you want the red lines in front of it. Let's send it backward one more time. There we go. So you want these red rectangles, the little lines right here in front of it, because that's going to frame it, okay? Now I'm going to, right over here, I have one that I've already fully completed. Let me skip over here to see what that one's looking like. All right, so I had the 3 stars up front, and that was a little bit. All right. So I'm going to make this a little bit wider then. Looks like all I had on this one was just those 3 stars. Okay. And then, all right, so now we're back to this one. So after adding the yellow rectangle right here, you're going to bring in another rectangle here, and it's going to go just under the gold yellow, and you're going to bring it all the way down here, okay? And this one is going to be a red, but it is a slightly different red because I wanted it to be a little bit different than the red on the border. And let's see, it was a 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay. And then once more, let's see, we're going to move it right up here to where it's just underneath that gold. And we're going to send it back, send it back, send it back, send it back. We're going to keep sending it back until we see the outline right there. See how we have this outline now of our bottom hexagon here? That's what we want, because this is now where we're going to add in our letter. And now that I see this right here, I think that this space needs to be a little bit bigger for the actual letter, so I'm just going to move this hexagon down a little bit more. And that means lengthening these a little bit more. Same thing on this side. Okay. And then I'm going to lengthen that as well. Okay. There we go. Okay. So now you can see this is our outline of the bunting. Okay. Right here. So now what we need to do is we just need to add each individual letter in here. We're going to do one at a time. Okay. So the font that we use, you're going to go over here to the T. This is for the text. So we use the Smash Open. Click on it. hit add text. It's probably not going to be up top for you unless you've used it recently, so you can go down here and find it. It is under right here in this area. Okay, so we're doing smash open, and of course we're doing an H first. I did all of mine in caps. So you do an H. We're going to put it kind of, we want to put it in the middle of the banner, so I just kind of stretch these to both sides and then click the middle right here, and then we go really big. And I did these in white, and then change your color to white up there at the top. And if you still want it to be bigger, then, you know, this one only goes up to 720. So you can make it bigger by doing this, which is what I did on most of mine, okay? Okay, and then center it back in there. All right. So you've got your first one. So once you've got this, you're going to hit save. And I just saved each of these as, you know, whatever letter it was, an H, saved to my computer, Circus's birthday, or wherever else you want to. And it's asking me if I want to replace it because I already have it. That's fine. All right. So now you're going to come back and you're going to do the A and the P and the Y and all of the other letters that you're going to need for your banner. Save each file individually. Then upload them to a place like Staples or Kinko's or wherever you want to print your stuff at. I personally did Staples on mine, and they're going to print them out for you. I suggest doing it on a heavy cardstock so that it's good and sturdy. Have them printed out for you, and then you're just going to cut along the red lines right here. You'll cut this part out too, and it will be the birthday banner that you've always dreamed of, or that your child's always dreamed of. Probably not. They won't care in a few years. They won't even remember it. But, you know, you'll have felt like you're winning for once. All right. Happy birthday partying.